Hello and welcome in for your weekly reading with me, Kira from Out of Ashes LC. Today I'm going to be doing a look at the week ahead for the week of May 30th. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. This is a general collective reading, so some of it may resonate with you and some of it may not. I am going to do first just a 3-card pull with the Energy Oracle cards that I like to use all the time. These are one of my favorite decks at the moment to use. And then I'm going to be doing a more in-depth dive with the Good Tarot deck of cards that I have. So I've already shuffled the cards, so let's go ahead and get into it. First, we have the Temple Path. I actually have not seen this card come up yet, so I'm kind of excited to see what this is. Then we have Man Holding a Coin. Also a really good card. I'm kind of excited for this week. Then we have Contract. So looking at these 3 cards, I feel like some of you are starting out on a spiritual path related to the Temple Path. You're starting to dive more into your spirituality and your learning, and you're starting to walk down a path that you have not ventured at before. There is going to be an abundance of resources coming to you for this. And this may mean money, but it may not always be money. This might also come in the form of goods, services, or any other thing that is coming to you. And because it's the man holding a coin and not the woman, it may even be from a man in your life, a masculine energy, or it may purely be just from your own hard work that's starting to finally pay off, because that work side of us is very masculine, whereas the nurturing is the feminine. So I feel like that this very much has to do with the work that you have been doing finally paying off, and you're finally going to start to see the the wealth and abundance that's coming out of the work that you've been doing. And then there is a contract. So you may be entering into some sort of agreement or a contract that is kind of solidifying all of this. That is what is going to take you further down this path and bring you more wealth and abundance. So card number 1, we have 8 of Fire. Card number 2, we have 2 of Fire. Somebody is manifesting, creating something. Card number 3, we have King of Water. Card number 4, we have the Queen of Earth. Card number 5, we have Call. I'm not sure what Call is. I'm not seeing that one come up. I'm going to have to look that one up for you guys. Card number 6, we have Fortune's Wheel. So again, we're going back to all that money, all that creativity. And Ace of Water for card number 7. So let's see. So at first glance, just looking at the cards as I see them right now, I feel like because there is a lot of fire, we have fire and we have water. So something is very much, but we have the King and the Ace of Water. So something is kind of in the beginning with the relationship where it's coming together, and it's going to be seen through from beginning to end. We have the 2 and the 8 of Fire. So 2 is very much about finding the balance and the duality, and 8 is very much about the abundance and the resources and finally paying off, right? And so Fire is all about, again, that creativity, that passion, that drive. And then we have just 1 Earth. So I feel like because it's the Queen of Earth, that it's very much representing the knowledge and the centeredness, the groundness, I'm feeling like the wisdom of age, and I'm picturing like a wise old woman who has lived her years and knows a lot. Kind of like that old soul type is kind of what I'm feeling. The call, I feel like, is going to be like a calling from the angels, like path, like kind of goes back to the temple path. Like there's something that's going to be coming up with that. And then Fortune's wheel is just, again, that abundance and that reward, finally coming to that abundance and starting to see some of this hard work come to fruition, right? So card number 1 represents the week as a whole. So the week as a whole, again, it's card number 8. So it's going to be all about abundance and finally receiving the reward for the work that you've put in. You've been very passionate about something and very driven for something. And maybe up until this point, you haven't really seen much come of it, but you're going to start to see it this week. It's going to start to come around this week. Somebody else is going to start to carry you on their back. We have the panda who's carrying the little, what is it, like a little girl? Yeah. Through the bamboo forest, which bamboo is also very lucky. It represents, luck and good fortune. So again, you're going to start to have other people carry you a little bit instead of you doing all of the hard work that you've been putting in to drive this passion forward. And then we have 2 of fire, which is something unexpected that may arise this week. So I feel like with this being what is unexpected coming in, I feel like it's going to be something that might knock you off of your balance a little bit and might kind of have you feeling a little discouraged, because I'm seeing the child here that's riding on the back of the giraffe and she looks a little down, a little discouraged. But she's on a giraffe and the giraffe is holding the light to light her way. And so I feel like you might be starting to feel a little discouraged, but again, she's riding on the back of the giraffe just as the other woman is riding on the back of the panda. So you can choose. Do you want to be this person on the panda or do you want to be this person on the giraffe? Don't let this little hiccup in the week take you off the panda, right? So card number 3 was the King of Water, which represents how I can stay grounded and balanced. So I feel like he represents very much staying in control of your emotions, staying in control of how you feel and how things move around you. You can go with the flow of the current, or you can control the current with your, I feel like the king, he reminds me of King Triton from The Little Mermaid, right? Where he waves his Triton and it does what he tells it to. It goes where he wants it to go. It is his power to command the oceans and the waves and everything within it. And so how you can stay grounded is going with that flow, going with the movement and knowing that you ultimately still have control over where that current takes you. Card number 4 is an important emotion that you will have come up this week. So I feel like the emotion that you're having is very much still about the wisdom and the being planted firm. She's surrounded and covered in ivy. So this woman, I feel like, is very much kind of down in the earth, down rooted and planted. And so you're going to feel very firm, very stable, very grounded this week. And that's going to be the emotion that you're feeling. But she's also, because it's the queen, very knowledgeable, very wise, going again back to what I was saying previously. I think when I was just kind of looking at the cards and getting a general kind of feeling, it feels very like wise and just very like knowledgeable and grounded. Then we have the call in card number 5. So card number 5 is something that will inspire me. So again, just what I said, you're going to have a calling. You're going to have downloads or messages from spirit that is very much going to inspire you to move down this spiritual path, right? They're going to be calling you down the temple path to become more of a spiritual healer or teacher or guide, whatever it is that you're feeling called to follow down your spiritual path. And So that is something that's going to inspire you. And then in card 6, check it out. We've got Wheel of Fortune. So Fortune's Wheel is technically what it's called in this deck. But card number 6 is how spirit guides are going to speak to me this week. Your spirit guides are going to speak to you by rewarding you. You're going to receive your payoff, basically. You're going to receive your rewards this week. And the Wheel of Fortune turns, and it's turning in your favor this week. And that's how your spirit guides are going to be communicating and rewarding you for the hard work that you've been putting in to get to this point so far. They're very pleased, very proud with you. Finally, in card number 7, we have the Ace of Water. So this goes back to that new beginning, and that how you can best support yourself for the week is what this card represents. So I feel like being the Ace of Water, it's going to be remembering where you came from, remembering where you started, just like how the river has to start at a source. Remembering that source of where you came from, that pearl of knowledge of who you are, is going to be the best way to support yourself through this week. Staying humble as you see all these rewards come in, rather than getting wrapped up in the rewards and the accomplishments that you've made. So while you want to celebrate your victory, remember where you came from. All right, I hope that this reading for the week of May 30th helps you, inspires you. I can't wait to see what it is that you're able to bring, or that your spirit guides are rewarding you with. If you have already started to see these rewards, drop a comment below. Let me know what it is that's coming into your life. What are you finding? What are you seeing? What hard work have you been doing, right? Brag on yourself a little bit. You've been working for it. So thank you for joining me this week. If you would like your own personal reading regarding your circumstance or what's going on in your life right now, visit my website at outofasheslc.com, where you can book your own personal reading, Reiki session, to clear any blocks that you might have, or just to treat yourself, Thank you again. Please like, subscribe, and share if you like the content I create. And I will see you next week for your next weekly reading.